All right, Shalom. Before I start, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachachurash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all the elect Akim, Wa'akwa, learning and teaching in truth and sincerity under the video through the Spirit. Your brother Malak from GMS Detroit. And this one right here, y'all, based off a conversation I had last night. Hey, we have the truth. Do not let the evils of this world take away your joy and your hope, and be happy in a sense, right? That you have an understanding that the people of this world don't, which gives you the ability to continue on and to press on. You have a reason and a hope to wake up every morning, because the people of this world do not. They may have more money, right? There's some dude, he might be getting the bitches, Esau Edom, they're running the show. But these people are lamenting, right? You have the phrase, Elder Ashrawan, but he goes into it. That's in a state of mind right now. People are in a state of lamenting because their life is so far shoddy compared to the American dream that they were promised, that they have no hope in the world, despite that they have, a nice car outside or a big house, or they come from a particular family. They don't know the truth. They don't know the world to come. They see that this world is fading, and they're fading with it internally. All right. And now this lesson, it comes from last night. I was at the gym training. One of the youngsters ran up on me. And it's that he actually comes from a wealthy family. It's this Italian guy. I'm not saying he's Jake or not, right? So the appearance of a white boy. Italian, he comes from a wealthy family. He actually stays in the wealthier part of Michigan, right? The Bloomfield area, everywhere. It's nothing but mansions and shit all over there. And apparently he's about to go back to college. So that was his last day. But he just wanted to come holler at me before he left out. And he got to sucking up. Damn near got to crying. Nigga got all emotional. I'm looking at him, I'm like, man, what's up? He's like, yeah, man. I started training. This is at the MMA gym. I started training because my life didn't have any purpose, and I didn't know what to do with myself. And now, I'm letting him talk, but I'm looking at him. I'm like, what the fuck? But he's not alone in that, y'all. These, especially the Gen Z, the young, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, they have no purpose to being alive. They know nothing. They see their world is failing. They can't afford anything. If you're not 6'5", the hoes is dogging you. They don't know what we know, y'all. So you got to think, these past years, you've been in the truth. You've been enlightened to a hope that the people of this world do not have. That's why I'm starting with this picture up. It says we had 24-hour Walmart, $5 footlongs, $20 full tanks, $1 McChickens, 99-cent stores. Man, we had it all. What happened? You got Bugs Bunny drunk and sad. And this is the spirit that, especially, these young Americans, there's no light at the end of the tunnel. Their world is crumbling. They don't know what we know, y'all. Our elders and apostles, specifically the apostles, they've been in the truth some 30, 40 some years now, right? Watching this world die, but with the hope of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Therefore, they wake up every day looking forward to doing the work of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai with no chip on the shoulder. The people of this world, they don't have that. So let me start with this, y'all. That's why especially Elder Apostle Gabar, you have to have vision, y'all. You have to see and believe truly the fact that the kingdom is coming, so that you can make it through the hard days. If you get fired, you can shake it off. A bitch leave, you can shake it off. Lose a car, you can shake it off. Chick take the kid, you can shake it off. Catch a ticket, get stopped by police, you can shake it off. Because we know that we have a world to come. So nothing here means anything. All right, Proverbs 29:18. Where there is no vision, the people perish. But he that keepeth the law, happy is he. They have no vision. They have no hope. So as this world gets darker, more polluted, more strict, right? Their joy and their hope is crumbling, and they're experiencing nothing but despair and terror. We have this truth, and we see the destruction as the tokens for our kingdom making its entrance. So we're happy, right? And happy in the sense of we're hopeful. Because don't get it wrong, we're suffering too. This shit's captivity. This shit sucks. But y'all, you shouldn't be rolling around in that depressed crybaby ass spirit. And I say it all the time, nigga, you got 2 seconds to be like that around me. Okay, get your little tears out. All right, back on the horse. Man, come on. We got eyes on us. When you're on the battlefield, you don't have time to be crying. That's how you get your head blown off. And I'm not saying it like I'm some sort of super emotionless stud who don't feel nothing. Yeah, this shit sucks. But I tell you, you know when you can be sad for 2 seconds when you laying on your bed, then you pass out. And when you wake up the next day, get back to it, soldier. There's a difference between sighing and crying and being a fucking crybaby. And we can't be no crybabies. We have a let me get this scripture. I looked it up. The glorious light. 2 Corinthians 4:3. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost. These people are lost. That young nigga was lost. Who came up to me last night. Family, wealthy, right? Motherfucker was just out. Motherfucker just came back from vacation somewhere climbing mountains. But none of that means nothing. Because when they get done climbing the mountains, they got to come back down to Babylon and suffer. These people do not have the hope of Yahweh B'Ashem Yahweh Shai. The heathen are going into captivity, and the wicked of our people are just going to have to die first. We're in a good lot. Just knowing what we know, y'all, we're in a whole better headspace. We have the advantage. All right. Verse 4 says, in whom the God of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not. Satan says, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Mashiach, who is the image of the power, should shine unto them. The light of the glorious gospel shines on us, y'all. Yahweh Shai is our day star, and we follow his lead. And that should give you hope. You gotta truck on every day. Things are gonna happen. Hey, when you read Paul, right? When you read some of Paul's letter, you read about him in the books of the book of Acts. Paul wasn't no depressed crybaby. Paul could have just got done getting stoned, and he was up, happy, and cheerful. You know, when you read his letters, you know his mindset. He loved it, Yahweh B'Ashem Yahweh Shai, fiercely, and it didn't matter if he was about to go through some persecution, because he know that everything he did was for the glorification of the church, and it was one step closer to the Lord's mission. Paul stayed exhorting everybody, y'all. He could literally, on multiple occasions, just got done getting his head cracked. Paul was, man, why these Jews beating up on me? Matter of fact, you go to Acts, what is that, real quick, and then I got some other clips. We go, man, well, why don't people believe? Man, get out, man, come on, y'all. Come on. Is that 4? Let me see. Let me see. Give me 1 second, y'all. The apostles got beat, and they were still counted worthy. Yeah, counted, that's the phrase. I know it's in Acts. It's either 4 or 5. Counted worthy. Yep, that's what I thought. Acts 5:40. All right, so you have the whole ordeal when the apostles was beat, right, for preaching Yahweh Shai. You know, that whole thing, shebang bang going down, right? And did they get up and start crying and you know, this and that? Oh, why would they do this to us? We're good little Jews. No. After all was said and done, what it says, Acts 5:40 says, and to him they agreed. And when they had called the apostles and beaten them, they commanded that they should not speak in the name of Yahweh Shai, and let them go. And they departed from the presence of the council, rejoicing that they were counted worthy to suffer shame for his name. That's the spirit we have to be in. Now, quite literally, y'all, you're not going to be leaping in the air, double clapping your feet, right, in every instance. You know, certain things do suck. But that at the end of the day, when you sit back, y'all, you gotta remember the end. You know what? It's all right. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai does all things. What was that scripture? All things are good to them that love Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, roughly paraphrasing, right? We're good. We're in a good position. We know the truth. These people are not good. Yep, I got this clip right here. I'm gonna play. And this just lets you see the mindset of these people out here, especially these youngsters, because the young generation is supposed to be the hope, right? And if their asses are through, then there's no hope for the future. That's essentially what we're seeing here. They don't know what we know. Their world is crumbling, and there's no answer or replacement for it. They're completely without hope.
There's a very high likelihood this video is going to piss you off.
I'm so upset.
Trigger you. You may have your microaggression type of a moment. But for those of you that are higher Gen Zs, you're going to say, I agree with some of the stuff. But this is purely for some of you that are between 12 to 27 years old, born between 97 and 2012, that you want to find a way to have a fighting chance in the future. Watch this video in its entirety. Watch this. New statistics. Do you know what % of Gen Z workers claim they experience burnout at work?
I get scheduled for 25 hours a week and literally about to quit.
Not 20%, not 40%, not 80%, not 90%. 98% of you experience burnout.
Every single day, go and work somewhere and do that 5 times a week?
How? You're in your early 20s. Watch this. 23% face unmanageable stress and 48% feel drained. According to a Cigna survey, Gen Z is the most stressed generation of all time.
The most stressed generation of all time, y'all. They're not gonna survive. They're not gonna survive. I'm in my 20s, my late 20s. I be talking shit, but I'm a man, right? We gonna get up and work, knock this shit out, right? Gotta provide your living. These folks, they they going to college, they already 60,000 in debt, get out, can't find that job, right? Bills racking up, piling up. Motherfuckers had to move back with their parents. They have no purpose to their life. And that's what that dude told me and started tearing up. And that, exercising and learning how to box and shit is cool, but that's not the purpose to life, y'all. Boxing, grappling, lifting weights, going for a jog is not the purpose of life down here. Serving Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is, which is something that's been given and reminded to us. So y'all, we have a true gift and a true blessing, y'all. So like y'all, I'm at work. But yeah, y'all, these people are hopeless, and we have the glorious gospel of the light of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So yeah, we go through light tribulations, but we can shake it off because we know that the suffering. Ooh, what's that scripture? Sirach 14:2. It says, "Blessed is he whose conscience." Yep. Let me see.
I'm gonna see if they got these upstairs.
Yep.
I don't know that.
Okay, if they don't, I'm gonna hop in with somebody else. It ain't no issue.
All right.
Yo, Salaki, y'all. I'm at the job. I'm gonna start the verse over. Sirach 14:2. It says, "Blessed is he whose conscience hath not condemned him, and who is not fallen from his hope in the Lord." It is a blessing what we have, this knowledge that allows us to go on, y'all. People kill themselves, y'all. People put a whole bitch in their mouth, a whole barrel, and squeeze and undo themselves because they can't continue on in this dog eat dog world. We have a blessing just knowing what we know. So, don't be all in that woe is me spirit all the day long. We're going to have our moments, but you got to come out of it, and that's not something anybody else or any external activity can get you out of. Going to the gym isn't going to fix your so-called depression. Getting bitches isn't gonna fix your depression. Getting a new car isn't gonna fix your depression, right? Because if it did, the people of this world would be happy because they have many of these things and we don't. Like I said, the guy who inspired me to do this video, that motherfucker he's a young kid from a wealthy family. Boy, shut up. Boy, nigga, you ain't know, you probably ain't, you don't know nothing about no hard times, man. Stop it, right? We have something that they don't. They may have all the things of the world, but we have the truth, and the truth fills that hole in your spirit, that emptiness of not knowing why shit is like this. These people have that hole in their chest and they just can't put their finger on it. But let me get that Romans 8, because I had started to quote it. Romans 8 and 18. For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. So the things that we go through now, it's not comparable to the greatness of the kingdom, y'all. The glory of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. We get those new bodies. We're back in order, right? Now let me get one more thing. Now I got this because I just thought it was funny. It says the type of aura 5-7 men had before the height inflation. And, and they're showing pictures of ancient Rome, right? Soldiers, going into battle gloriously, leading the charge, holding the line. Well, this spirit has been taken from these people. There's no more. Rome is fallen and broken. They're not united. Ain't nothing united about the states of America. Everybody believes their own belief, bugged out shit. Everybody's crazy. Everything's divided. They're not that. There's no even the soldiers, right? There's no more glory in being an American soldier. Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua has stripped all these things from all these people. Men used to get up and
Yeah, we gonna be waiting. We ain't having this talk.
That's fine. Men used to get up and love this country. Get up, that American flag. And we know that America's roam all over again. So they've lost their purpose and their cause. And that's how you see, y'all. That's how I'm gonna tell you a secret if you didn't know. That's how you defeat a warrior. You try to fight a warrior head up, he'll bust your brains. But you know how you defeat a warrior? You strip him of his cause, and he'll drop his swords right there. Oh, I'm lying. What happened to Gad and Reuben when Esau Edom would lure them out to battle? They would sneak in behind and burn the villages, kill the women and the children. And Gad would see the smoke go up, and they'll stop fighting. You killed all of our families. There ain't nothing to fight for no more. And the elites, they've stripped these people of the power over their families, over the children. They've stripped the American man over, having power over his woman. They strip people of their financial freedom. Everything's expensive, right? They strip business owners during the Rona Dona era, 2019. These people have no hope. They have no more kingdom. They have no more glory. They don't have the truth. They don't have the vision. We do. And with that, wake up every day and be ready to serve Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. And be happy, my nigga. Because, hey, like Elder Barak says out of LA, count your blessings. It could be worse. Count your blessings, y'all. So let me end with this one. Psalms 118. Just a little morning boost. Psalms 118 and 24. This is the day which the Lord hath made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. Straight up, straight down. Even though we're going through afflictions, we're in tribulations, y'all. We have this truth. We have this gospel. We have the glory. All we have to do is be patient and watch the world crumble around us while these people's hope and joy turns into black, dark nothingness. Hey, so with that, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, B'Hashem, Yahushua, B'Hashem, B'Kakodash, to honors to elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all the elect Akim, Wa'akwath, learning, teaching, and truth and sincerity. Shalom.